there's many different types of intelligence. And there's one intelligence that you just assume that all other humans have. But it's not true. Um, I would say like 90, maybe 95%, 80 to 95% of people lack this intelligence. There's there's so many different types of intelligence, but this intelligence, it makes me, since I understand it and I understand other humans better, and it gives me more patience and understanding, and my expectations on people aren't I don't give them high expectations, and just to be more understanding now. And it's called self-awareness. You see this everywhere, in social situations where people who aren't courteous of other people, and I don't think they do it maliciously. Like, you think people are in the way, or they're not really thinking about you. They're doing it maliciously. They're just being, self-absorbed, and they only care about themselves, what's going on with just themselves. But it's not just like what's going on with you. It's how are you affecting the environment and others around you is self-awareness. For me, I know this is a little bit off of self-awareness, but like, I don't know if there's, like, I'm not special, man. There's nothing special about me, and we all want to think that we're special. But I'm just like anybody else. But there's like, what's helped me prevent major injuries in my life, because I've done skateboarding, I've done football, played all different types of sports, but I think what has stopped me from not only like something happening without my consciousness being aware of it, where like somebody hits me and I'm not aware, nothing I can do about it, I can't react. But like in football, or someone hits you from the blind side, and there's nothing you can do about it. You didn't see them. Or a major accident. For me, like, I've always been like this. If I land wrong, like if I jump or like step down off of something, and the instant I feel like something's wrong, like the second I contort my body and fall in a way that I'm not gonna hurt myself. I don't keep on going with it. Like, I change direction, like, instantaneously. As soon as I feel it, like, I just feel it, and then I go, like, instantaneously. And I've always had that reflex. And I'm sure that a lot of people have this reflex, but I don't know, I just want to talk about that. But it's just like, the self-awareness of other people, you have to understand they're severely lacking. Especially nowadays, when you see people on their phone all the time, and you get mad, they cut you off. You get mad, like, why'd they cut me off? Like, you didn't see me? Or like, you're driving and there's nobody behind you, and they pull out right in front of you and go slow. Chances are it's not that they don't care, it's like they lack any type of awareness of what they're doing, of how it affects you. And some people, they lack empathy too. Like, how would you feel if it happened to you? But they're probably mostly just thinking about what's going on in their own life, and they made a mistake. Like, for me, in every type of social situation, with there's people around, I'm hyper aware of people around me. People come in and out of my bubble because I don't like a lot of people getting close to me. Especially, I don't like people being behind me. I hate people being behind me. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I like to be able to see everybody. So, like, I like to sit in a corner or behind with the wall behind me, so I can see everything in front of me. I know what's happening. And there could be some subconscious thing about when I was back in school, like people fucked with me or something like that. I don't know, but I just don't like when people. I like to know everything that's going on around me, and I don't like to do shit that puts people like at a to try to like inconvenience people. I'm like hyper aware of that. I get out of the way, you know, if I see like I'm holding somebody up, I hurry up real quick. That's the big thing for me. I hate being late. This is the two biggest pet peeves of mine. I hate being late, and I hate rushing if I'm late. Those are the two biggest things I cannot fucking stand. But I'm like, and other people don't have this type of intelligence. They just lack it, and it's mind-boggling how many people lack this intelligence of just basic self-awareness to understand what you're doing, how it affects other people. Sometimes I might say something, and then, like, for instance, there's this female at work, right? She's like one of the super nice ones. She's really cool, but the other day she out of nowhere, and it just like threw me off because I was like, "How you doing?" She's cool, man. She's cool. Like I have to interact with her because like she checks my stuff, but I usually don't approach at all. But she walked past and said, "Hey, how you doing?" You know. And then she said something about a snack. And then she's like, "What do you want? I'll get you something." And like, it kind of threw me off. Because I know that like, when females do stuff like that, they have some type of like towards you. Like if they're doing something for you, you know, they're buying something for you. There's something more going on. Or else they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't invest that. But so it kind of threw me off, and I was like, I didn't expect that. And then she says something like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And then she came by, and it was in a social situation. She's in the window. She's handing me my stuff. I'm on the outside of the window, and she hands me the snack. And then I'm like, because this is a little bit of game. I'm like, I didn't want this one. I wanted the almond joy. You know, like just joking, just to fuck with her, right? Like I don't know, just like it kind of just comes out like that's a little bit of game, you know, like got a smile on your face, you're fucking with them. But like she kind of like, oh, that's all they had. And then like there's other people like, oh, that's what about mine, you know? And I'm kind of like, she kind of seemed like at that time like I fucked up, like she took that like I was being serious. And in that situation, because the other dude, like he's a supervisor, he's like, what about, and I was like, you gotta watch out for this guy, and I went on my way. And then I was like overthinking about it. And then yesterday I went up to her and I'm like, yeah, you know, I was just joking. And she's a blonde, so, you know. But, like, she's really cool, man. She's really cool. And, so, I went up to him like, you know, I got a toxic sense of humor. It's like, oh, stuff goes over my head. So I was like, make sure that like I appreciated what you did. You know, she's like, oh, I do that for like all the guys because you don't get a chance. You just work your butt off to go. You know, you don't get a chance to go and get it. And so I like to do that for guys from time to time. And I was like, okay, cool. So I was wrong in my assessment of like there's more going on than there was, even though she might be covertly hiding that. But like, you know, most of the time, females when they do stuff like that for you, there's a little bit of extra like they have towards you because they're doing shit for you, man. They don't do this just for anybody. You know, they don't just go out. Like, I don't think she's going out and getting the whole shit fucking snacks and shit on her dime. And I mean, it's like individual people that it's just a friendly gesture. But like, I overthought about that, you know. And you know, like, as soon as I walked away from that situation, I'm like, oh fuck, man, I feel like an asshole. Like, and I do that all the time, like with different things I say. Like, this guy that he's a youngster at work the other day, and we're kind of getting to know each other, like fucking around with each other, and I called him a bitch, and like his facial expression for me is like it looked like it hit something. I'm like, oh fuck, man, now I'm gonna get in trouble. And then it's just like, I thought maybe it's a 75% chance, but we're cool and everything. But that's like, I'm hyper aware of like what I say to people, especially after. Because, dude, I'm not quick on my feet at all, so, like, some shit just kind of, like, bleh, it just comes out, and, like, truths and shit just kind of come out, and a lot of people don't like truths, but, like, I'm hyper socially aware of shit, and you know, most people just aren't aware. Like, there was an instance in my work the other day where, this guy, he turned the corner, hit this other guy's shit, and then the other dude was, and I think he was like smiling about it, like, and that pissed the other guy off, and they started getting like an argument, and the guy came up to me later, he was like, the dude was laughing, and I'm like, dude, he probably was just laughing at this fucking situation, man. I don't think he meant to like ram your fucking shit. I mean, it's just like, people are so wrapped up in their egos and shit. Like, there's so much going on in their own personal shit. They're thinking about this and that. And a lot of people, like, my whole point of this video is, man, just, like, try to be patient with people and understand, like, there is malicious people for sure. Like, I'm not saying there isn't, but a lot of it is just, like, people lack social awareness or any type of self-awareness intelligence. Like, severely lacking. So, yeah, and that's definitely that, and it's way more than you think. Like, you just automatically think that everyone has social or self-awareness, and they really don't, man. They really don't.